welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Cooltrals, Nudetrals and Cosmic Brushes because I do have both of the newest palettes from Cosmic Brushes, and we will do 2 tutorials, 2 looks, and I'm so excited. I hope you are as well, so keep on watching if you are interested in that. Okay, let's talk about it. I purchased the Nudetrals palette as well as the Cooltrals palette by Cosmic Brushes. I have for both of them one look, so if you want to see the tutorial, see the timestamp down below. And I purchased both of them because I love a more neutral palette with a twist, with a colorful twist, as well as some Cooltrals. And I have to say, listen, I own I think four Cosmic Brushes palettes so far, and I absolutely love the quality. Both of them have multi-chromes, duochromes, top shades, as well as others. So as comparisons, then just keep on watching. Let's maybe start with the Nudetrals. The Nudetrals is the more warm-toned, colorful neutral palette. And we do have like a ton of brown shades, as well as some pops of colors. We have a green, we do have like a yellow, and we do have like a purpley brownish shade. So you can use like warm-toned shades. We do have a really, really nice light beigey shade. It's a little bit more pinky toned, and we do have a black back. I'm telling you that because in the other palette, Cooltrals has more of a black gray. This one I feel like is your typical neutral brown palette with some colors. As you may know, I do have the Glam Light one that is also Let's Get Nude, the palette that has more like neutral browns and then like special shades in the shimmers, so you can like pimp up your neutral style. This one has as well. We do have one multi-chrome, which is here. We do have more. This one is more of a topper shade. This one is a gorgeous gold. Let's say this one is the duochrome. So we do have a variety of formulas in this palette, which is really nice. And we do have again like 2 to 3 deeper shades depending. Like this one is also like a cool tone brown, again the more plummy shade, as well as the black. So if you're more on the warm tone side and you do want to have a neutral palette with some pops of color, you could use, but you don't have to. I feel like this one is a great variety for that. And then we do have the Cooltrals. Again, I will link all of them down below. And this one is, I would say, more of a muted palette for your liking. This is not like a neutral brown shades with some pops of colors, which again, the other one is browns with pop of colors. This one is not. This has exactly 2 browns, these 2, and then the rest are mauves, blues, and grays, which, if that is up your speed, go for it. This one is more muted, I would go. We do have the lightest shade is like Attract in the blue, and then we do have Crave, which is the pink, which is the lightest shade in there. I wear Attract on the inner corner with white base underneath. So if you wanted to have a matte inner corner, this one is maybe not quite your thing. If you're deeper than me, scratch that. But if you're lighter, as light as me or lighter than me, then again, this one is probably not light enough as in a corner. We do have though like Moonlight, this is silver, or we do have Reveal, which is a white to blue shift, which I have on this part in like the center of my look, which is again a topper. We do have a multi-chrome here, which I feel like the multichromes seem to be like aligning. I will go into that in a sec. This one is like a pink, purple, green, gold one, which I have to say I don't understand because I feel like there's no green here. I would have wished that this one would be maybe a little bit different. I don't know. But quality wise, again, great. We do have again the same variety on shades like toppers, shimmers, and multi-chromes. So yes, I do also, by the way, all of them are really, really buildable. We don't have any problems with that, at least not with this Cosmic Brushes theme. So yeah, that is like the inside on both of these palettes. Let's compare both of these palettes to palettes I already have, so you don't have to. Listen, it is not like this is the only smaller palette I have from Cosmic Brushes, and I feel like this is the only smaller palette they have. All the others are the same size, which I love. This one is the Gothic palette. This one, again, totally a different theme. But also I do have the Delicious Delights, which again, not in the same color family at all, so we don't have to talk about that. But I feel like we do, or I wanted to show you the difference between like two like different palettes, and if you have them already, if you really need the like the new ones, or other way around. So we do have, let's start with the Cooltrals. This is the Cooltrals, and then we do have the Winter Wonderland. Just so you see both of them in comparison. And I feel like you can definitely tell. This one definitely has more browns. This one is also way more muted than the Winter Wonderland. And again, the Winter Wonderland is more colorful. We do have like purples, blue and teals, and this one has like mauves, deeper blues, and again the two browns, which we don't have here. So if you would have loved this but it's a little bit too colorful for you, maybe go with the Cooltrals. Again, similar-ish but not the same. Again, we do have here way more vibrant colors in the Winter Wonderland, and again way more also pastel colors and also deeper shades. This black in this palette is way deeper than this black in this palette. Just saying. We do have, like, I do like the multichrome in this one a little bit more, because again, this one has like a teal, blue, purple, pink, which again, this one is golden green, which can fit. So again, if you have this, they are not like identical, if you can tell, but they are like similar-ish in color story. Again, this one, the new one, is way more muted, and this one way more bright and pastel-y, just so you know. Okay, the next comparison is a little bit not even close, but again, we're going with the neutral shades. Again, this is the palette, the new one, and then I have, and that's the only one I do have, it's the Muse. And again, we do have a similar-ish story in the Muse palette. We do have yellows, we do have greens, but this one, again, way more colorful, even though we do have browns here. This one, way more muted, again, way more neutral leaning. Again, if they like both of these palettes together, would be so much fun, because we do like have the option of going a little bit more like green or yellow with this. These two yellow shades, by the way, are similar, not the same. This one in the Muse palette is brighter than this one. So again, also this green is a little bit more muted than this green. Again, Willow could be like similar-ish, but I feel like both of them has like a similar theme, if you will, like browns, yellows, a little bit of mauve. Again, you could go into like a more pinkish direction with this one. Really, really natural though. So if you have both of these palettes, they're not like duping each other, if you will. Maybe one or two shades, listen guys, but I feel like this could be like a thing. If you loved this one, but this was too colorful for you, again, we do have like the teal, the greens, the purples. Maybe this one is way better for you because it's a little bit more muted as well as neutral. Again, if you did not know, all of these are the same size except for the Halloween release, which is the Gothic palette, because it's smaller. Just so you know, I do like that they're all the same. Like this again is smaller, but I do like that they're all like the same size, because I'm a little bit OCD about that. So again, if you have already the palettes, you can also, which I am a little bit sad about, first of all, because they are dirty, but second of all, I feel like I wish that they would be, that maybe also like labeling these. And I have to say, like, this one is the Delicious Delight. Would have loved to have this in pink, but whatever. So you can definitely see which ones are which, just laying in there. Yes, I do have 5 now, and to be honest, I'm not regretting this. These are amazing. I absolutely love this. Okay, before we come to the tutorial part, do you really need these? It depends what you like and what you want. I feel like I have a great variety in both of them. I'm definitely thinking that this one will be probably used together with the other one, and this one will probably be my favorite, just so you know, for my daily life and my job and all the things. I feel like both of them are really, really nice. I wish that there would be a little bit more of like cool toned browns inside, just to give off the theme, you know what I mean? But I am telling you, none of these are like dupes to other palettes, at least not the ones I'm having. And I feel like the Serenity is also like quite different from both of them. So if you have all of the other palettes or the ones I've showed you, the Winter Wonderland and the Muse, I don't think like they are the same, so you definitely could go with them. I feel like these two are definitely more muted and more wearable for your dailies than these two. If you don't have them because they were too colorful, then go for these. So just so you know, I feel like quality wise as well as like shimmer wise and all the other things, I absolutely love these. So if you are like in need of a more neutral fun color story, then go with these. And the price is also right. I feel like they are £27 if I'm not mistaken. I feel like they are 37 euros if I'm not mistaken. I will leave all of the links down below. Again, we'll link both the official site as well as the European retailer, which is again Monolith, not sponsored by the way. So yeah, if you do wanted to have that, here is my review. Buy them, they are super cute. And if you want to see both looks, this one is of course the one with the Cooltrals, and then I have a more colorful fun look with Nudetrals palettes. Then just keep on watching. We will have first Nudetrals, then Cooltrals. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching, because now the tutorial part starts. Let's do this. I did prime my eye, by the way, and I do want to try to use like the purpley shade, the green, which is gentle as well as the yellow, just to have like a great base for the like shimmer shades. I feel like I will love this palette so much if the quality is the same as all the other Cosmic brushes or Cosmic Beauty palettes. So let's jump right in, because we will do this. This time we do start with Gentle, which is the greenish shade. So I will try to see how the shades will layer. And let's do this. Again, I will use Gentle as a like crease shade. We'll see how like pigmented and green this is. I feel like it's not like extremely green. Let's say it like this. I will also drag this out a little bit more, because again, I'm trying to do some technique that my like eyes look a little bit bigger, to or by dragging out the color a little bit more towards like my outside, like my cheek. So yeah, also put a little bit of green underneath. Again, we will deepen that up further in a sec, but that is the first step. I also blend out the like edges and sides a little bit. This is a really like natural color, if you will. It's not like too green, but it's also not too, I won't say brown, but yeah, that's the first step. I don't feel we have like a lighter green shade in the palette, so I will use Cheek to just like go on top of the edges, just so everything is like blended and it's not like too, I won't say unblended. It will like go into the like skin, because of course I don't have green undertones, so I do have more yellow undertones. So this is just a way to like make sure that the color is a little bit more blended. You can use, by the way, your powder that you're using to just blend everything together and don't have harsh lines. Because I do love a good yellow, we will use Icon, this yellow shade, a little bit further into my eye look, because listen, I think this one would be so damn pretty just alone with the like deep purpley plummy color. But of course we will like use as many colors as possible. Again, you could skip the green or you could skip the yellow, depending on what you like more. I would say this green is beautiful with that kind of a auburn like shade. We do have like like auburn aubergine color, like the deep color that is. So we will just like put that in the inner corner and then blend it into the green, so we have more. Listen, that is going to be a fall look. I can see it. I can see that. I hope you can do as well, but we're fine with that. Just saying. I also used Icon on the lower lash line, and I used a little bit of the green just to blend everything together. And now we're using Lust, which is the plummy, like purpley brownish shade, just on a small fluffy brush. And we will try to deepen up the green just a little bit, also giving it a little bit of a, I wouldn't say more colorful look as well, but of course we are like dipping in the color. Again, you could like change the green with yellow, just do the purple look and go with the green in the inner corner. You can switch this up. I feel like this color story itself is so pretty. So I'm just laying down the like Lust shade, and then I'm just slightly blending the edges into the green so that everything looks blended. You can of course use the green to like blend a little bit more. Just use that and go on the edges just so everything is blended and none of this is looking out of place. Again, we want to have this just as a deeper color to contrast the shimmer shades we will use in a second. This is so pretty. I did not pull that to the lower lash line, just to give it a little bit more of a like deepening outer corner touch. I will use the same shade we used like before, like Chic, to just put that on my inner corner so that we do have all the essential steps done. And this one is really, really nice. You can see bright color that is working with my bright, light, pale skin. Say it as you want. I'll also put that a little bit further into like the lower lash line as well, so that everything is brightened. And I do love this shade. It's really, really pretty. I feel like it's a little bit more pinky, but maybe that's just me. But it is working really well to brighten my inner corner, which again, this was the whole thing. Now let's come to some shimmers. Okay, I think I want to start with the green shade, which is Luxe, and then we come from that to probably Glitz, and then to go with Radiant, which is the multichrome. So I feel like that will be our like blending. We will try that and let's see how this is working. We're starting with Luxe. Again, this is the green. Do I have this one or that one? It doesn't matter. We will just put that on the verge. I did spray that, and I will spray all of the shimmers so that they have like a good chance to perform. This is a really pretty, like, look at this. This is such a pretty shade. We will do blend in like the Lust shade as well, just so everything is cohesive and we do have a great like blend at all. Now we use Glitz. I feel like this one, like this greenish shade, is more of a topper shade. I feel like you can still see a little bit through underneath, so just keep that in mind. Glitz on the other end, I do think is like a real shimmer with no undertone. Yes, like look at this. That is like vibrant. Just saying. Again, it's not like the green shade was not vibrant, but it was not as opaque as this one. And now we're doing Radiant, which should be the multichrome, and we just, by the way, I did intensify the green shade a little bit more, so just it doesn't look too like dull in comparison to Gilded, which is a stunning yellow, by the way. And again, we used Radiant, which is the multichrome. Again, all of these shades I did spray beforehand with some setting spray. You can use whatever you like. Like, look at this. It just gives a little bit. And no, I don't want to have it like all over my inner corner. I just want to have it in between my inner corner as well as the Gilded shade. Again, using the same thing. This one is so pretty. It does definitely has a like orangey shift as well as like, look at this. Ooh, look at this. I will like put some on the lower lash line as well because I love it. I think I will use Gilded as well as Radiant on the lower lash line as well. Do finish up my makeup and we'll be right back. And this is the finished look. I added some Solar by Kaleidos. This one is one of those multi-chrome pans. We do have like pink, purple, as well as green and yellow, which I feel like we're doing here. Also, I added some lashes. I feel like these are the Empress lashes by Kiss. Could be something else. Listen, use the lashes you like. I have to say, so far, I am absolutely loving it. Again, the green, this one is more of a topper shade, but you can definitely build it up. I feel like it did not have a problem with any of the shades. I wish that this one would be like a little bit more pigmented, but maybe that's just me. I could build it up though. So the yellow is stunning. Again, this one is stunning. I do love the lightness of this one as well. And I do absolutely love the yellow shimmer as well as the multi-chrome shimmer, which again are like styling factors. So far, not trying yet the other one. I feel like this one will be like a palette will use like tons and tons, because you can create really like neutral looks as well as you can see, really nice colorful looks. So I feel like you have enough brown tones that you can go the neutral route, but you can add a twist, which if you know me and you know like this year is indeed, I feel like the year of like neutrals that has a twist, and so this one is like perfectly lining up with this. You can use also like more of a like pinky movie color scheme as well, which is kind of fun with these colors here. You do have a black. You can go into the more of the like greenish tones with like this green and this yellow, and then again we do have like 2 rows of more neutral browns with, again, this one is also really pretty. You can see this one here. You can see the shift maybe in the mirror, that this one is orange, but it's also yellow. Such a pretty shade. Definitely can tell and see myself using that more and with more fun looks, just saying. So yes, I absolutely love this so far. Of course, there will be like, it's the first impression. Take everything with a grain of salt. Again, everything I tried so far, and I've tried 7 shades. If I'm not mistaken, everything here so far worked really nicely. So again, this one has 20 shades, so take it with a grain of salt. Of course, I will keep you updated in my good, the bad, the review at the end of next month, so I can test it out properly and tell you if I changed my mind or if I have like maybe 1 or 2 shades that maybe don't perform, you know. But if you want to see that, again, subscribe to this channel. So far, so good. This one is a hit. Now let's come to the Cooltrals. Okay, let's do the more cool tone look with the Cooltrals palette. I do think I want to do an Halo Eye, because I didn't do that in quite some time. And I would start with Intuition, which is this mid blue. Listen, I will say it again. If you can, with Halo Eye, start with the deepest shade, then go for that. I can't for the life of me. So we will start with mid shade and then go deeper from that. Of course, if you start with the deepest shade, this look will get a little bit deeper and darker. Again, can't for the life of me. So yeah, we'll start with the mid-tone shade. As per usual, with that, I will use the 13 by Refer. We will go in the outer corner of my eye. There is a primer laid down on that. I'm just using the e.l.f. You can use, of course, a more like cancelling one, a concealer, if you don't have oily lids, and that stuff is not going to work on me, so we'll go with that. But of course you can use whatever primer you have and you enjoy. This color, by the way, is gorgeous. It's like a deeper periwinkle. I do love that. And again, you can of course use this shade with browns. Of course we won't do that. I will use this on the whole like lower lash line. You could go with a halo here as well. I'm not planning to. It's like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. We'll go with that. Oh, I love that color though. That is damn pretty and it works really, really nicely. Again, if you can, you could have started with the deepest shade, but I'm super happy, of course, because this is a halo eye. We will like let this part be like the last step. We won't touch that, just so you know. But yeah, this one really pretty. To deepen that up, before we will blend it a little bit further, I will use Natural, which is the like purpley bluish, like it's more of a cool tone purple, I would say. This one we could have done like this one, but I feel like I want to use this one, so we're doing that. I'm using an Alicia Marie brush by BH Cosmetics. This one is number 8. I don't think they exist anymore, but just use a small brush, just saying. And then we will use this just to deepen the blue. Again, if you did start with that shade, it will be probably be deeper. But because I did not, because again, can't for the life of me, we will have like a good, like it's still deep, but it could have been deeper. Because if you wanted to have it even deeper, you can go in with the deep gray black color. I feel like that is the shade that is like the black. Don't feel like it's like black, you know what I mean? And we will use this just to deepen up our halo and just like go a little bit more to the inside. You see that? This is, by the way, a beautiful color. You can go with like a, like look at this. You can definitely see the difference in both eye. Like it's definitely deepen up the color. Again, so far I never had problems with cosmic brushes like being layered, and don't have that as well. I will do that on the lower lash line a little bit as well. So far I absolutely love the look. Like listen, this is a beautiful combo. I will though blend out like the mid shade with Attract, which is this one. It's one of the lightest blue shades. Cooltrals. This one is more of a gray shade. I feel like I want to have a little bit more of a pop, so this one should be. That is the only thing I do have to say, except for like the light pink shade, which that's a point. There is no matte shade that is lighter, but we do have lighter shades in other palettes. So of course you can use also your highlighter. There are some lighter shades as well in the shimmer formula if you do want to have like a matte shade though. This palette maybe not catered to that, at least for me. I'm pale AF, just have that in mind. I'm using a little bit of Attract. This is the Zeesea 227 brush, and I'm just like gracing the ends. By the way, I'm so sorry for not like telling you which brushes I used in my first look, but listen, doesn't matter. Technically, use whatever you like. I feel like this is a really like light shade. We'll probably use that in the inner corner as well, again, at least as a base. You can like, did you see that? It's a really nice light shade. I do enjoy these kinds of light shades. It's also like a light periwinkle, which love that. I will probably use like a white base underneath though, that shade for my inner corner, but maybe we do that next step. Just used a white base. This one is by Zeesea, and this is the highlighter. This is just a white like concealer type of a product, and we use the same shade, Attract, and just put that on top just so it did pop a little more. You see, of course you could just have done that without the white base, that it would have worked as well. But again, I do want to add a little bit more brightness in my inner corner, and it worked quite well. Look at this. So damn pretty. Okay, for the shimmer part of this look, I am thinking about using Tempting, which is this shade here. And then I want to use a Reveal, which is like a white to blue in the really inner corner. So let's do this. We do have some really, really pretty shades. This one is gorgeous as well. This is a multichrome, and this is Gravitate? Listen, I don't know, you can definitely tell here. It's green, pink, purple. Like, we do have all the good shades. There's also gold here inside. I do think this is not working with my look, so we're using, again, Tempting, which is a gorgeous bluish kind of a shade. Yes, we do have like a true blue, but I feel like this one is way more interesting. So let's do this. By the way, I will spritz this a little bit with setting spray, just so to be clear, because I'm doing that so I don't have fallout. Again, I did spritz that, and we will put that in like direct proximity to the matte shades. I feel like that will work fine. This color is gorgeous. Is it like the most, I wouldn't even say like the most interesting, but I feel like, look at this. This is so pretty. I feel like if you see it now in the pan, you can tell like there is a lot of holo glitter in here. And after like using my brush, and I just used the brush, you see there's a little bit more of a like almost overlay, but so far really pretty. So yeah, really, really nice. I do feel like Reveal could be like more of a topper shade. I feel like almost all of these are most likely be topper shades, like these whites with a blue shift, but we'll find out. Again, did spray that, and just putting that in the midst. That is super damn pretty. By the way, I do like, look at this. Isn't that pretty? And yes, you could definitely tell there is like skin underneath it, so it's not 100% opaque. I did though spray this quite a bit with setting spray, so just that I have the best effect of this, just saying. But yeah, this is working quite well. Again, you can like put it on top of mattes or of the shimmers you lay down. Again, I definitely think this one, I feel like you can tell still that it is not 100% opaque. A lot of these shades are not, just saying, like these blue, white to blue. I feel like it's a beautiful, beautiful look. If you love that, I feel like it's a little bit more muted blue, which I do enjoy, just saying. I also like have my new yellow earrings. I will, that was just like a thing. So I feel like that's about it. Should we try something different? I don't feel like it. I feel like this is so gorgeous. I do love it. I will finish that up. Mascara, liner, all the good things, and I'll be right back. Break. Molly, say hi to YouTube. Hey, hi, I'm Molly. He's like in my vanity room, but he does not want to be here. Do you? Where's your brother? Oh, your brother is also here. Where do you smell? The cats do smell all the time. This is the finished look. I used the Catrice, which is this Cold Kayal in baby blue, which fits perfectly, I feel like, at least. And these are the Empress Sessions by Kiss, which I'm pretty sure of. Don't quote me on that. So far, I absolutely love the look. Listen, this is like one of those blues I do enjoy quite a lot. I do love a more vibrant one as well. I do have to say, like, normally I'm not so into the cool tones, but I do love it. It looks really, really nice. I do enjoy all the colors. They layer really, really nicely. Again, we do have a like variety on like topper shades, as well as like true shimmers, as well as duochromes, multichromes. Again, this one is a multichrome, so I feel like this is a good variety, especially if you love like cool tones and you want to have like a little bit more than just neutral. I feel like this one is straying way more out of the neutrals than the neutrals palette, by the way. Like, you do have, of course, some more cooler tone browns, but this is just the two. Like, just to be clear, these are just the two. And then we do have mauvey colors, again, blues. We do have a gray, as well as a blackish gray. You know what I mean? So it's more of a colorful cool tone palette than really like a neutral cool tone palette, if you know what I mean. In comparison to the neutrals, which are like neutral shades, neutral browns with some color. I hope you get what I'm saying. So again, quality wise, really, really nicely. Love the look I'm getting. Again, we could have done a more mauvey look, a more blue tone one, a little bit more of a purpley one as well. I do think this is kind of an interesting one because it also like shimmers green, and we don't have like a green in here at all. So this could have been really interesting. I do enjoy this one. This one is so pretty, like this slate color. It is called slate, by the way. So this is really, really nice. I feel like that could be great with the grays as well. And we do have like a shimmer black. So really, really enjoying this. So let's round this up. I would say comparing like the previous palettes to these, I feel like if you love neutrals or more muted cool tones, I feel like both of these palettes are amazing. I do love, and I feel like that is like, it is similar-ish to other palettes, but I feel like this is a really nice neutral palette with some pops of color. Again, we do have the green, the yellow. It's like a little bit of color. I feel like this one, on the other hand, is way more like cool blues, more muted colors in comparison to others. It's not as neutral like browns. It is really more of a, you do have some two browns, and then it's mauves and blues. So if you love any of these color stories, like, go for it. Listen, I do enjoy both of these palettes. I had so much fun with both of these palettes, especially this one, to be honest, because I love a little bit more of a warm tone. So I feel like both of these, quality-wise, are the same quality than other palettes. So if you wanted to have one of these, go for it. I absolutely love it. We'll be linking down both these palettes on the official website, as Monolith, which is European retailer, so you don't have to pay customs if you order from them. Just so you know, if you're from Europe, because again, Brexit and all the things, just saying. So yes, I totally am up to that. I'm so happy I have both of them. I think I will use both of them also together. So if you want to see more looks with these palettes, then just keep it down in the comment section and tell me, so I can like put them down. I feel like I want to do like a fun video where I like play with these and all the other Cosmic Brushes palettes I have, because I do have some. So if you want to see that, write it down in the comments below. Also, if you're new here and you're not sure, subscribe to this channel. I upload 3 times a week normally, and I have fun with indie brands, colorful brands, and fun makeup looks. So if you want to see that more in your YouTube timeline, then again, subscribe. It's free, and I would love to have you in my small little YouTube family. And without further ado, I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye, guys.